Lesson 2.6, Ratios and Proportions. First up, ratios are a comparison of two numbers by division. So a ratio literally is a fraction. Two numbers compared by division. Now, a proportion is when you have an equation and you have two ratios equal to each other. For example, 1/2 is equal to 2/4. Those two fractions are both equal to each other. Now, if you were to make one of those an x, you could then solve for it. For example, x over 6 equals 5 over 10. If you wanted to solve this, you could cross multiply. X times 10 is 10x. 5 times 6 is 30. Divide by 10. X equals 3. So a proportion is the actual one fraction on one side or the other. Or no, a ratio is the fraction on one side. A proportion is when two fractions are equal to each other. Next one. So here we have 4 sets of ratios. We want to know if they actually make a proportion. So what we're trying to figure out is, are the two fractions equal? Does 2 over 3.5 equal 8 over 14? We don't know if that's true. And the way we find that out is to cross multiply. So first we multiply 2 times 14 and get 28. Next we multiply 3.5 times 8. And that equals 28. Now, since both of these numbers are equal, that means that it is a proportion. If they were different, it would not be a proportion. So take a moment and cross multiply and see if each one of these is a proportion. Okay, so if I cross multiply 0.3 times 2, I get 0.6. Now if I multiply 1.5 times 0.5, I get 0.75. Now these two decimals are not equal, so this is not a proportion. So you would say no, it's not. And the next one, I'm going to multiply 0.2 times 0.9, and that's 0.18. Next, I'm going to do 1.8 times 1, which is 1.8. If I look, these two are not the same, so I answer no to whether this is a proportion. And finally, 15 times 42 is 630. 36 times 35 is 1,260. Do these two numbers equal? No. So you would answer no, these do not make a proportion. So to recap, if the two numbers are equal, it is a proportion. If the two numbers do not equal, then it's not a proportion. All right, next slide. Okay, so here's the ones I was talking to you before about where you can solve for x. So I'll do the first one again. So we want to cross multiply. 5 times x, 5x. 10 times 3 is 30. Divide by 5. x equals 6. And that's all you do. Now I'll start the second one, but then you need to finish it. So notice there's two things on top. So both of those get times by 7. So 7 times x is 7x, and 7 times minus 2 is minus 14. And then 14 times 2 is 28. So solve that equation, and then finish the other portions. Okay, let's see how you did. So you need to add 14. So 7x equals 28 plus 14, which is 42. And then you need to get rid of that 7, so we divide by 7, and x equals 6. All right, and then the third one, 8 times 25, that should be 200. R times 40 is 40R. Divide by 40. R equals 5. And our last one, both x and 4 will be multiplied by 8. So that would be 8x plus 32. 5 times 3 is 15. So if we subtract 32, 8x equals negative 17. Divide by 8. And if you want to write the decimal, that would be negative 2.125, or the fraction cannot be reduced, negative 17 over 8. So keep in mind that it is possible to get decimal answers because you do have the use of a calculator. All right, well, this finishes up 2.6.